There's definitely no better feeling in golf than taking your driver and smashing it a million miles down there and getting the ball in play and out driving all of your playing partners. But the big key to that sentence is getting the ball in play. I'm sure we've all stood there on the driving range and hit our longest ever golf shot, but we don't always get that in play. We don't always keep it on the fairway. So how can we utilize the driver on the golf course and keep it in play? Now, sometimes we might just want to dial back the power a little bit. That's not to mean sort of half hitting it or not committing to it, because I'm a big believer that unless you're going to commit to hitting driver well, you might as well hit 3-wood or hybrid club and just get the ball in play. But there's good, well-struck drivers, and then there's absolutely trying to kill it and hit it as hard as possibly can drivers. And one of those is probably going to be in more play than the other. So what I'd like you to next do when you go to the driving range is set yourself up with 2 groups of 10 golf balls, so 20 balls in total, split into 2 groups. Take the first group and hit them not full power, 95% power. Then hit the next group 100%, maybe even a bit more than that if you can squeeze out as last yard, try and hit them as hard as you can, and see which ball is most in play. Now, to describe the concept of being in play, I want you to think about the width of a fairway. Now, if you make a fist like this, the gap between knuckle to knuckle at full arm's reach with one eye closed is a narrow fairway. So if I stand here and do this, I've got a yellow flagpole in the middle of the outfield. To the right hand side, I've got those 2 big trees. If I make my fist, that is a narrow fairway. So that is ultimately where I want to get the ball, right in the middle. Now I might consider, well, I'd probably get a bit of semi-rough either side of that, or a little bit of a tree line where I can aim a bit wider. So that's going to be 2 fists. So we take 2 fists, put them together. So if I stick my 2 fists together and I make a gap, I then get the gap between the fairway on the right side trees and the fairway down the left side trees, with the yellow flagpole right in the middle. Now, if I can't hit my driver between that tree and that tree, I shouldn't be hitting driver. So what I'd like you to do then is hit your 10 balls. Hit 10 balls as fast as you possibly can, trying to kill them, and then hit 10 balls with it just dialed back in a little bit. And look at your percentages. And for most golfers, presuming most golfers would be wilder, less balls in play, with their absolutely trying to nail it as hard as they can, and they'd get more balls in play with their slightly dialed back swing. It's then important that when you go on the golf course, you look and you analyse the lie of the land. If you've got a big par 5 and it's super wide open, downwind, you might think, oh, this is the time to hit the ball as hard as I can. Next hole might be narrow, bunkers, trees, water hazard, but only 350. Well, therefore, I don't really need to cane my driver as hard as I can. I can actually keep the ball in play with my dialed backswing, the one I've been practicing on the driving range. And that dialed backswing might just be that you grip down ½ an inch. Maybe you just centre your body weight a little bit more. Maybe you just make a little bit more of a 3/4 turn and you have a more balanced, stable follow through and finish. It's a fairway finder. So practice having that fairway finder. Do that exercise with 10 balls hitting as hard as you can, 10 balls with it slightly dialed back, and see whether you can keep your driver dialed back and in the fairway.